Hello everybody, Flik here. It's time for yet another Let's Look At, and today we're looking at Out There! This is a game by Fiber Tiger. Now it's primarily a Android and iOS based game, and I'm playing a version that's meant for Android, I think. They gave me this program that lets me play it on PC, but still. There is plans down the line for a PC and Mac release, which is also partially why I'm covering it now. But keep in mind, what you're seeing here is the phone version. So we'll press start here and I'll kind of set the scene. New game, yes, I failed my last game, unfortunately. The thing that got me interested in this is some similarities to Faster Than Light, but without the combat. Well, actually, I think it says here, isn't it? So here we go. Mankind tries desperately to find resources beyond its exhausted planet. So far, we have not even reached the limits of our solar system. Oh, I can skip the tutorial. Actually, you know what? I'll do that so I can set up the story myself. Also, the English in the game is not perfect, I believe, because Fiber Tiger are French, I think, or they're not English speakers natively. There is some grammatical errors that I've noticed, but hopefully they'll get sorted out. This is kind of like a beta version I'm playing. I think that's what it's classed as if you want, you can pre-order on the Android store now, and you would get access to this version I'm currently playing. You would also get the OST apparently, and then you also get the full game obviously when it's released. Now the iOS version won't work like that, I don't think, because they don't do kind of pre-order beta systems on the Apple store, so pardon me, you have to be using an Android device. Anyway, so as I was saying, the setup is very similar to Faster Than Light in that you're kind of in space, thrown into a random setup. But the thing here is you were in cryo sleep, but you kind of overshot when you were supposed to wake up. You wake up many years later, you have a goal but you can't quite see it, and you have to get there by converting your ship, repairing it, by collecting resources. And what's really interesting is there's a language system in the game. It's not like Star Trek where everybody speaks English, and I don't want to hear nothing about universal translators and badges. So you have to learn alien languages as you go and kind of work out what they're trying to say to you to decide whether or not they're offering you fair trades, whether or not they're hostile or friendly, etc. So we start off with a little bit of fuel used up. We have full oxygen and full hull. We can look at my ship here. So this is what a ship layout looks like. You have to manage your ship's compartments, as it were, as well as the space you need for infantry. So for example, we have 10 hydrogen, which is used to fill up my fuel tanks. Yep, thank you. Just, I don't want to drop it or split it. That's oxygen, and Fe, what does Fe stand for again? It's iron. I do not know my periodic table, so do not expect me to instantly recognise all these things. Iron is used to repair the ship's hull. So we also have a drill to dig into planets for resources. Yeah, there's a drill. That's the telescope. That big blue circle on the map is the scanner range, so you can kind of get an idea of where you're heading. The green circle was the actual area I can travel to, using the space folder, which folds space so that you can travel and you know, travel great distances in quick periods of time. Reactor allows my ship to go from one planet to another, so it's in solar system transport. And the probe is a magnet. It gathers more hydrogen from around gas planets. So if I wanted, I could look here and I could maybe build a cryonics lab, but that's kind of pointless because I've only just woken up from one. And that's really the only other option on the ship. Now you can find other ships adrift in space which may or may not have more capacity and additional pre-built construction. But anyway, let's get on with this. So what solar system are we in right now? Oh, there's some kind of weird thingy here. It's a space station, it's supplying, so I will orbit it and see what happens. So keep in mind, everything you're seeing here is optimized for touchscreen, so interaction isn't too in-depth really. It's more sort of just debating what to do and a certain bit of RNG to it as well. Now you actually visit this during the tutorial, so I'm willing to bet that the reason I can't interact with this thing is because it's still classing me as having done the tutorial even though I haven't. So let's pick a different solar system. Let's go to, well, we can either go to a yellow dwarf system or a yellow dwarf system, and they both take the same fuel. It looks like this will give easier access to more planets, so let's go there. And once you've seen this transport animation enough times, you can actually just skip it, but I'll let it play. So there's a certain amount of RNG, as I was saying, not in just what you find, but also these random events I'll read in a second. Also whether or not you find aliens, whether or not you find other ships, whether you have a catastrophe just randomly happen. But let's see what this says here. The gravitational waves of the area wrung all of my equipment. I fiddled with it and some of it is working again now, but the rest is completely out of order. What a mess, ... Or ellipses, as you may prefer to call them. So that broke my probe and it broke my drill. And that's the RNG at work right away. Now I should have enough iron to repair these. It's going to need 1 iron to repair. Do that. How much iron do I have? Oh, plenty. Right, repair that as well. Thank you. We'll go back to the solar system. So we can either go to a gas giant, which is rich in fuel but has a risky orbit, meaning that my hull will take damage if I try and orbit it, basically. A rocky planet, rich in metallic ores. And then we have a sun, which I won't be able to... Oh no, that's a yellow dwarf. It's a dangerous atmosphere, but I could dig into it for a lot of fuel. I do need fuel. Let's try a risky orbit of this gas giant just to show off. If I die too quickly, I will do another run. So, scan. No, I don't have a scan installed. Probe then. Yeah. Now, you have to decide how deep you want the probe to go. The deeper it goes, the more risk there is, the more fuel it uses, and the more likely I have a bad result. So, if it's green, it's good, so I'll do 4 kilometers. It dug 4 or probed 4, got a bunch of that. Oh, I can only have 20 in a stack as well. I forgot. What is this? That's helium, I guess. I don't know. As I said, I don't know my periodic table. So now I really do need fuel, so unfortunately I'm going to have to go to this planet here. No, wait, no, it was the dwarf. Damn it. Ah, but I can land here if I wanted. Let's land. Use up 4 of our precious fuel. Doesn't look like there's any aliens to talk with on this planet, which is unfortunate, but we are going to drill, and I'm going to drill 4 kilometers. We found a bit of iron. Fair enough. Now, do I have any leftover fuel? Yeah, I do. I've got tons of this stuff, actually. I forgot I got it from the probe, didn't I? So there we go. That's how you use up stuff. You just drop it in there, basically. So that's all of my spare, whatever that was, used up, and this is helium. So if I pumped my oxygen full of that, would I start talking in a really high-pitched voice like the villain from Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I'd quite enjoy that. Now let's see. Boost up our oxygen a little bit just for the sake of it. There we go. So I don't think there's any... I could technically just keep drilling, by the way. But since there's only metals on this planet, I think we can probably go to another solar system. Let me just check my stuff again. Yeah, okay, yeah. We're just going to take off. Which unfortunately uses up some oxygen for some reason. And we're going to go back to the the star map, and we'll go to either a red dwarf system, or we can go to a yellow dwarf again. We've already been to a yellow dwarf, so let's go to red dwarf. I love that show, and we'll skip this time since we've seen it once. That's funny, there's some kind of spider in the cockpit. Where did it come from? My last landing? Anyway, the 0G messed with its senses, and it wove a perfectly spherical web. I considered making it my friend, like a pet, even though I'm not crazy about spiders. But then I realised it could be very dangerous, so I crushed it and threw it away through the airlock. Yeah, sometimes you get an event that's just funny rather than interesting, or important. Why is it not letting me click past this? Yes? Oh, I have to scroll down. My bad. Let's hope it wasn't some alien ambassador. I missed the punchline! If I hadn't have scrolled down there, I would never have seen the punchline. Right, so we've got a choice now. Rich in fuel but risky orbit. Rich in metallic ores, no risk in orbit. And same again, and then we've got the red dwarf, which is dangerous and rich in fuel. So risky orbit, or dangerous atmosphere actually, because you can't land on it. But we can land on this and we can land on those. So let's just go down them in order if I can find enough fuel. My hull took 33 hits of damage there. That is terrible. Let's probe. Found lots and lots of helium and some fuel. Good, so we should probably stock up on that. We'll just do that, we'll do that, we'll do that. They can all do it at once. By the way, I totally did not mention that the spaceship's statistics are in the bottom right, and I have found ships with just base better stats even without building anything on them. Did that use up all my... That used up all my iron. Wow. Okay, that's not so good. Let's go back to... We need metallic ores, please. Let's land. Yes. Ah, again, no aliens. I was hoping to run into aliens so I could show off the language mechanic. Let's dig a bit deep. Let's be a bit risky. PT. Any science buffs know what that is without me checking? Place your bets now, because I'm going to look. PT is platinum. Very uncommon. It is essential for any high-level component, so I probably won't have much need for that. I'm going to dig one more time. Be a bit safer. Found some iron. Good. And with that, yeah, we've got... plenty of fuel via that, actually. Why didn't it use up the last one? I'm on 99. No. It's a bit weird. Still, let's go back. By the way, I totally understand if what you've seen of out there so far just isn't up your alley. This is basically, it's like FTL but without the combat aspect. I like the idea of being adrift in space and kind of scavenging for resources and whatnot. That's why this game appeals to me. It may not appeal to you, and I can understand, but keep in mind it's also aimed at at least in its current form, it's aimed at the smartphone market. So it's play a little bit, stop, play a little bit, stop. I don't think I would sit here and play this for an hour solid, but I would play it in maybe 10-minute chunks here and there. Fly to a different system, or have a bad run, start a new run, etc. Let's have a look on here, just in case there's some aliens. Even if it's detrimental to my supplies, we might as well drill because we're here. Oh, found a lot of stuff. So that's a lot of iron. I wish you could use stuff from this menu, because sometimes if you're running out of space you can't just say, oh, I'll just use this 2 iron and heal my ship and then come back and get something else. One more platinum, which is fine. TH, don't know what that is. SI, don't know what that is. Obviously, knowing your periodic table would have a massive impact on being able to instantly identify things. Silicon, maybe? Oh, I was totally right. I swear I was saying it as I clicked it. Let's just repair. Oh, wait, no, I don't need repaired. Well, yes, I do. I'm on 99, not 100. That bugs my OCD. In TH, thorium. The blackish uncommon element is used for the production of reactors. So can I build a reactor? No, I'm very limited with what I can do with this ship. I do hope before I kind of end that I either run into aliens and or another ship for me to kind of obtain, because I want to show off those mechanics. The language mechanic was the thing that most interested me, so it will be a massive downer if I can't find any alien life. A black hole. No, I'm not going to a black hole. No, I don't really want to go to there either. Blue giant. I don't think I've ever been to a blue giant, so let's do this. Skip. I can't believe my eyes. Out there in space floats a kind of sculpture. A gigantic stone bird of an odd stylized shape spreads its pitch black wings in the night sky. The sculpture, big as more than 100 times my ship, lies on a small floating stone pedestal. Its head has been torn apart. Leave or explore? Well, I'm going to explore. The sculpture has been vandalized, but I guess I'll never know why. I get closer with my spacesuit on and I land on the monument. At this very moment, visions overwhelm my mind. I see stars age into black holes. I see the sparkle of the galaxy vanish until only a few feeble lights still glimmer. Will I someday understand any of this fate? I don't know. That could be the start of some kind. Oh, I learned alien languages. So, this also happens if you run into alien life for the first time. So I've learned a new word, that Lallimt means evil in some alien word, and also that Caravan means star, not Stan. Why the hell did I say Stan? So if I now find an alien that speaks this language, I will be able to roughly guess whether or not I'm making some kind of positive or negative decision based on some of the words I've learned previously. Hopefully I'll run into some aliens. So risky orbit, breathable atmosphere probably means that there's aliens there. So let's go to that one first. That doesn't look very inviting, but let's land and see. Oh yes, there is aliens here. Encounter life. The breathable atmosphere of this planet has allowed me to... Oh yeah, that's the other thing. If you go down to breathable, I'll find the word eventually, atmosphere, your oxygen supplies automatically max out. So, encounter life. Oh, okay. Race is the Agzgifle. Oh, I understand the word star. Okay. See, this is where you're left with. I haven't learned enough words from this thing's language to know what the hell it's saying. So I can either approve or disapprove of this stuff. Now, can I pick out any common words that I might be able to translate myself? Arbler said twice. Something star, Arbler star. Let's just say approve. It's basically a coin flip here. Kills people, or kills people. He, she wants something from my cargo. Let's see what's in store. 1 iron. Give. No. Oh, give. There, give. People. The aliens seem to like my gift. Okay. You learned a new word, so the Adgetal word means people. I lost 1 iron. I learned that so they were basically asking me for iron, right? That must have been what it was. They needed the iron to pray to something or something like that. And I've learned the word for iron because that's what they were asking. Did I just say that? Either way, I also learned the word for omega, which is what they gave me in return. The Omega element. Can I drill your planet without you guys getting pissed off at me, I wonder? So, this mysterious Omega element, this black and shiny matter is stable but reassembles continuously the protons and the neutrons of its atoms. I can use it to repair any broken module, but I'm sure that there's a key. So I can use it to repair something instantly, or it's hinting that I can use it for some other purpose down the line. Fine. Also repair my hull a little bit, or make that a lot actually. No, I'm looking at the wrong damn thing. My fuel is what needs refilling. And I'm also running out of space, so I'll try and jump to a few other systems in the hope of finding a derelict ship. And then I will kind of just wrap up here, because by now you have long since decided whether out there will be something you want on your phone or not. Or something you're willing to wait for down the line when it does eventually have a PC release. Blue Giant. Oh, that's the black hole. Blue Giant it is. So just to go over everything again, this version I'm currently playing is a beta of the Android version. If you pre-order the game for $3.95, you get access to this version I'm currently playing. You will also get the OST, and you will also get the full game once it is released. Once it is fully released, it will get onto the iOS store, so if you have an Apple device you can play it on that eventually. And sometime down the line, they did not give an estimate, they're going to try for a PC and Mac release. So I've got another event here. I guess we'll kind of end on this event. I thought there was nothing here, or even worse, a black hole. The reality is different, impossible, and incredible. Something trapped the whole star system inside a giant sphere made of black matter. There's nothing but a cubic construction drifting alone around the gigantic sphere. There's the glyph Octum shining blue upon it, so I can either touch the glyph, throw platinum, or leave. Throw platinum. I think the glyph means platinum. I throw a ton of metal in space and the glyph starts to glow and absorbs the platinum. The words Chemkill float in my head, and the spherical prison disappears, allowing access to the star system, where a magnificent star shines. Was this a prison or a laboratory? Huh. Okay, so because I've done that, I've learned this alien word for God. By the way, I don't know if the word's randomised on each playthrough or if it's set, so you could technically, if you memorise stuff from one playthrough, know it for the next. So what does this give me access to? I want to find out if this was like he said, is it a prison or a science place? So let's go down here and hope there's people to talk to. Okay, let's encounter life. Oh, you look very interesting. They're saying something about star, they're saying something about people. Approve. The alien doesn't want to talk to me anymore. I've insulted them because I approved something, but I learned the word life, so that's some positive. I'm going to drill into your planet now. I'm going to drill a lot. A very good surprise. While drilling, I found a rock pocket full of fuel. I filled completely my tanks. I completely filled my tanks is what I should say, but still. So I found a lot of stuff there. I don't know what any of this is. And I'm not going to have room for all, am I? No, I'm not. So I'm going to have to pick here, but because I don't know the elements, can I examine from here? No, I can't right click. Well, that's obviously oxygen because of the marker, so I don't need that. Let's do that. And I'm picking the ones that are lowest because I'm guessing those are the most important. See, now I have to basically just discard all this stuff, which is a shame, but there you go. And what did I pick up? Cobalt, that probably wasn't great. It's for creating instruments. Carbon, remnants of past organic life. That sounds entirely unimportant. Either way, that is going to conclude my look at Out There. I apologise if this was a bit short. I don't know how long I've been going for here, but I think I've shown enough of the game to let you know. Also, I will never learn that I have to do takeoff when I'm on a planet. Hope you enjoyed what you saw anyway, and if you want to support the devs in a way that is free, consider liking or sharing the video, although keep in mind this is a mobile game and it's less than $4, so that's like what, £2.50 in British money. That is not a lot to ask for, so I think you're getting more than enough for your money's worth, but feel free to disagree if you want. Anyway, I hope you've had fun, and stay tuned for more gaming content. Ta-ta for now.